Could we get more information about Supreme Leader Snoke in Star Wars Resistance? The mission of Kazuda Xiono, the main character, is actually tracking down and spying on the First Order. So I think there's a great chance that he will indeed find information about Supreme Leader Snoke. But before we get to that, I want to welcome you back to Force Within TV, where we are building a Star Wars animation community, and we'd love you to join us by subscribing. So back to those questions. Will we find out more about Snoke in the Star Wars Resistance animation series? Well, I sure hope so. But it's not going to happen in Season 1. Remember, just like Rebels, the first season of Resistance will most likely be a slow start with a great deal of getting to know our main characters. But early as Season 2, I think we could start getting some real insight into Snoke's character. But how could that happen? Well, Kazuda isn't going to be working for or even meeting with him, but he is most likely going to meet people that have heard rumors of the man behind the First Order. Or Kazuda may even be able to make contacts within the First Order that will be able to tell him more about Snoke. And some of you novel readers out there may be saying that Snoke would just be working behind the scenes in the First Order. Very few people would even know who he was. And that is a valid point, but it seems like Snoke wasn't hiding. In The Last Jedi novelization, we learned that in the past, Snoke and Luke met, and in The Force Awakens, General Leia knows who Snoke is. But even beyond that, Kazuda may find people on his search for the First Order that know who Snoke was before he claimed leadership over the First Order. No doubt someone as powerful as Snoke has a reputation and maybe even a legend or two. Perhaps Snoke wasn't always bad, and he was a great warrior that destroyed evil beings in the unknown galaxy. My buddy Chris from the Star Raptor channel recently mentioned in the comments that in The Last Jedi novelization, the Supreme Leader actually saves the First Order from something that is slowly destroying them. But what could that have been? Did Snoke save others from this horrific threat? I just don't have the answers, but Star Wars Resistance could. Furthermore, we may get a First Order perspective on things. The Resistance animation series is most likely going to be set very early in the timeline, probably just after Leia begins the Resistance, 5 years or so before The Force Awakens. So I'm thinking that might be too early for Kazuda to come into contact with Phasma. Therefore, we may actually get a bit of a story thread featuring Phasma in the First Order. I could be completely wrong here, but it'd be yet another way for us to learn about Supreme Leader Snoke. I'm going to link to a video about Dave Filoni's inspiration for Star Wars Resistance. If you haven't watched it yet, please check it out. And again, I'd love you to join our Star Wars animation community by subscribing, and then why not respond to our question of the day? And today our question is, do you think we will learn more about Supreme Leader Snoke in Star Wars Resistance, or might we get absolutely nothing about Snoke? Let me know in the comments below, and may the Force be with you.